Hello my fellow art lovers, welcome and welcome back. I just bought my first set of gouache paint in almost 10 years. That's crazy. And today we are going to unbox and try them out together. The set I chose to get is the 48 Jelly Cup gouache from Himi. By the way, this is not a sponsored video, just to be clear. As you see, you'll get a plastic palette, 3 brushes, and the color swatch card in the box. Let's talk about the brushes first. There's nothing special here, just 2 flat and 1 round brush. One of them was a bit wobbly. I can't tell what I think about the application just because I haven't tried them yet. But let's go to the most important part, which is the colors. Opening them was full of struggle. As you can see, I couldn't open even one without the help of my teeth. Pretty risky. Some of the colors were a bit separated just when I opened them, but nothing a bit of mixing can fix. But overall, all the colors are absolutely gorgeous. I'm in love with the range of the colors, just perfect. As expected, some of the colors are mixed in and have additives. But as I show you here, there are a pretty good selection of primary, semi-primary colors you can have, and mix in your own colors if you want. The name of the colors are relatively accurate, but this color was named ochre, and I'm pretty sure it's not what ochre looks like. Ochre usually it's like a mustard yellow rather than this. I think it's more like a burnt sienna. Other than that, no problem with any other names that I noticed. With no further ado, let's put them to the test. Before I talk about the pieces, I have to say I am very rusty with gouache. As I said, I haven't done any gouache painting in almost 10 years now, so you have to just bear with me in this video. So I decided to follow the lovely creator you see on the screen approach to use my new set. She absolutely doesn't need my credit, but I'll give credit whenever credit is due. So what she did was to first paint a still life reference, then one landscape, and finally something out of imagination. So that is exactly what I did. I set up my own still life with whatever I had in hand and I started painting. Right off the bat, I love how creamy the colors are. You see, I used the pastel pink for my base wash and it's pigmented. So pretty. I can't wait to use this in full transparency. Needless to say, not all the colors are so opaque as you expect with all the art mediums. Some of the lighter colors are not as pigmented as others. Usually the colors that are mixed with yellow are a bit transparent. Maybe some of the colors are not the best option if you need a lot of layers to put on in your painting. In this piece, beside the fact I cannot yet control my water ratio, I struggled a bit with the cup, but the fruit looks awesome and the colors are so pretty. I tried a more blocky look on my piece and I really like the way it looks. I need a lot of practice, but a more blocky art style is right up my alley. I love how the paint wash peeks through different brush strokes and gives it character and color variation. It makes it unreal. I love it. For my first piece back to painting with gouache, I think I did okay. So the second piece I worked on turned to be the most challenging and my least favorite one. It started okay. I was very happy with the colors and different shapes of the brush stroke on the river, but I wasn't paying attention to the details and how the whole piece should look together or work together. I started doing so much to the water, and originally I should have laid it as simple as it is in the picture, reference picture, so the painting has a breather. But as I was having fun, I kept going, and it ended up being the reason the painting turns very, very crowded and discomforting. So when I finished the water and I was very happy, the next day when I started to lay all the greenery, I immediately felt not okay with the piece. It's also very important to maintain a unified feeling and mood of the painting. I feel like one day doing this I was okay, and the next day maybe my mood changed and it also affected my painting. I don't know, and I don't know if you like this or not, but my mood affects my painting a lot. That's why I like to finish a piece in one day. Does it ever happen? No. I sped up the rest of this painting just because I really have nothing to say, apart from maybe I also should have not jumped into a full illustration like this, which I'm not comfortable with any medium. With a medium, I'm very rusty. Nevertheless, I'm gonna redeem myself with the next illustration. The one that turned into a mistake, I just learn from it and move on, as I should. So, welcome to my comfort zone of this video where I can do whatever I want. If you know me or my art, you know I like to play with my colors a lot, and in this piece I entirely focus on that. I had some inspo pics from Pinterest of different exotic lighting and I went from there. I wanted this piece to have a dark and moody feel to it, like a bathroom in a club, which is dim and lit with a colorful small light from the corner, or those rooms that are completely in the dark and lit from the LED lights of the street signs. I went with cool and warm tones for the light and shadows. I usually go with cool for the shadows and warm for the lights, but here I did the exact opposite. I did mix up the hues here and there just to make things interesting. I need to talk about the colors here as well. I had a lot of fun with this piece after that disaster. I was first nervous to go for this, but it very quickly turned into my comfort zone. The colors were all creamy. I loved it. It lays smoothly and I just love to keep it blocky because it performs really well like that. Some of the colors I do need to mix first so I get the creaminess, but it's okay. They're gonna dry out eventually. I need to take advantage of the creamy jelly pods while I have still got them. So editing Moti here. After about a month or so that I got this set, all of the colors are somewhat dry, at least on the surface. But what I didn't expect was mold. The color I used for the darkest of her hair had mold on it, and my heart dropped. I don't know, did I do something wrong? Isn't it soon to have mold? I don't know. I tried to lift the layer on top as best as I could. I don't know if I did the best. And as I said, they are still somewhat creamy on the inside, so I remixed it without water or anything, and it looks good. It looks, good as new, but I totally have no idea what to do. Should I use the color again? I don't know. Let me know, what should I do? Any tips on how to deal with this? I openly up to all of your advices. Apart from all of this, I'm happy with my purchase. I think a set like this will carry me through until I'm ready to use some more quote-unquote professional paint. I'm gonna have so much fun with these. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and I'll hope to see you on the next one. Bye!